What's up, everybody? This is Super Mike 2164. We'll talk about some stuff today. What's up, James? What's up? Nah, I haven't started yet. We're going to try to talk a few things. It's going to be open talk, so we will be dropping the link. Africa, world events, America, FBA, Juneteenth flags, all of the various topics we'll be trying to get into. Maybe we won't get to all of it, but you know. Hey! Hey. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, so what's up, guys? This is Super Mike 2164. Press the like button, press the share. Also, if you have not done this, you go ahead and press that little subscribe button. I'm sending this link out to everybody. So I do want you guys to actually go ahead and subscribe and stuff. Subscribe to my little channel. Spread the message around. Let us know what you're thinking. This show might be a little bootleg today, so we're just going to go through a few things. Want to try to talk about the tribe of Shabazz, the Nation of Islam. What kind of triggered me was Dynasty Amir and his little show. Sometimes this guy, I guess he's a master trying to get everybody. Yep. I'm here. What's up, James? But Dynasty Amir, this little show here with the pan-Africanist stuff kind of triggered me because these are developments in the black world and our constant striving and issues. So this particular show, Black Ethno State in America, he put somebody here. I guess that's the BAO guy himself. And then he has Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad right there. These guys make a big habit of disrespecting Elijah Muhammad, but then they sit up here and it's like they try to do everything that this man tried to do, but they want to disrespect what he did. So they have to try everything else different, purposely trying it differently than what he told them, the way he told them to do it. The thing is, this idea of nationhood, the idea of nationhood, it's a lot. So I'm going to play a little bit of this. I'm not going to show it because we're just going to hear it. And I'll just flip through it just so you guys can see. This was an open show Dynasty Amir had. And he usually talks a lot, he doesn't really, Dynasty really doesn't talk a lot. It's not really necessary. He's actually a better communicator now, but usually what he does is he gets people who aren't decent at communicating, and he'll just basically open the show up. So that's kind of how Dynas runs it, but he did a lot of communication this time. Shout out to Art New Style. So this is one of these open shows. So this is kind of what at least my commentary is coming off of. Also, there's another issue here. We have this thing in Black America called Juneteenth. And it's really Black American, what's called foundational Black American or freedmen's. It's a lot of, I don't like the freedmen's term because that's a term that the government gave us after they freed you, which I don't necessarily like that because they needed to, so I don't want to identify as a freedman because you had to be enslaved first, which, some of our people were. So I just don't necessarily like the term, but I guess it could be technically accurate. But here we have a situation here. So I was responding to this sister, and they say, the red joker, this right here, this is a flag. So this right here is just another flag that is basically what they're doing is, let me do it this way. I'll show you guys. It's like we have a Juneteenth flag, which is red, white, and blue, with this one star with Texas, because Texas was the lone star who they claim who told the enslaved people that they were freed last, and that happened June 19th, and it was a bit late. And so, the Black people basically created a holiday off of that day that, they realized, like, they were literally told, okay, there's no more slavery here. There's no more permanent slavery. You guys can go somewhere if you want to. You can go away. So I'm trying to find something where I can get that book. Hold on. Where are we at? They don't have my phone thing on here. Okay. Anyway, this is what I'll do. I'll do it this way. We'll do this. Like I said, guys, you can press the thumbs up, help me out. This is going to be a kind of a, backwoods, backwater show. So don't worry about it. It's whatever. It is what it is. But what it is this sister, she's saying how disrespectful, they acting like this is such a, this right here is some bozo, shit. And I'm like, well, how is it bozo? Because they changed the colors to red, black, and green. And that's what they were mad about. And I'm reminding them that, Marcus Garvey, they're mad because Marcus Garvey, they want to kind of distance themselves from the Marcus Garvey narrative. That, there's this narrative going around, that Marcus Garvey was somehow evil, and they try to tell us all the negatives that Marcus Garvey had going. Like if you tell anybody's negatives, of course they're going to look bad because everybody has a negative. So let me look at this here. Hold on one second, guys. Let me do this like this then. Hold on. We'll do it this way. What's up, BMT? What's going on? Enslaved and exploited. Yup. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to drop the link later. I'm just going to drive my point in on why I, came up with this show. Because, this is our problem here as far as Black America. We see one thing about somebody that we don't like, and then we drive on those negatives, and we completely forget all the benefits that this person brought, as if these people are perfect. You want to show Marcus Garvey's negatives, and those things might be true, and that's mainly coming from Taz and them. Taz been pushing this crap about Marcus Garvey, how evil and bad he was, and the Back to Africa thing. And I don't necessarily agree with the Back to Africa. Yeah, I don't agree with that. But I'm not going to say, oh, Marcus Garvey was somehow evil or something like that. He literally helped. He did what he thought to do in his period of time. He wasn't trying to hurt anybody as far as destroy the people. He literally felt like this is the best solution, and he went and tried to do it. So let's do it this way. And really, that was a response. The Marcus Garvey thing was a response, to this teasing that black folks were undergoing. Every race has a flag, but the coon. And I played this before. Right here. Hold on a second. Let me show y'all this. Can y'all see this? Nope, you can't. Hold on a second. No, but like I said, I just want to show a little bit of this, and then we're gonna open this up because I do want to hear from y'all. I want to share this out. Make sure y'all share this out to people, just to a couple of pages so that, especially these Pan-African people, because I really want to touch base with them. And, the way I do it, I don't blast people for nothing. But my thing is, look, you're talking about you want your own ethno state when you laughed at this man here, Elijah Muhammad, for 50, and the people who followed him, you laughed at them for 80 years. That's a pipe dream. Now you talking his language. He ain't changed his words at all. But now you talking about the same thing you was laughing at black folk, this man, for talking about. This man not only talked about it, but he's made steps to train people. Well, yeah, they call them Pan-Americans, but really these people want people to go back to Africa, Pan-Africanism. And that's dynasty in them. They want black, they basically, you'll hear them later, you'll hear them a little bit later. But the thing is, their thing is, we can't do anything here in America. We're powerless. We're stupid. There's nothing we can do here as black people. We need to pack up our bags. 50 to 60 million of us need to run over there to Africa somewhere and make it happen. And they literally have Africans right there on their own show telling them, no, we gonna fight y'all if y'all do this. But they're saying it in a nice manner. But these fools sit there ignoring what these Africans are literally telling them. Like, no, y'all not welcome here. We don't want y'all. We don't want all y'all. We don't want you here. Well, somehow we got to get over there. It's like, these people are stupid. You got a man that's of your own lineage, of your own stock. This man, Elijah Muhammad, is from America, Georgia. He's FBA, ADOS, all of the stuff you like. He's not from Jamaica. He's not from nowhere else. Sorry, wrong one. This man right here, if a man won't treat you right, he won't teach you right. He told you the truth as best he knew. And now you agreeing with him. He told you, buy farmland, learn your own history, do for yourself before you do for others. Take care of yourself before you take care of others. Learn how to be independent. Teach your children to love themselves. Love of self before love of others. Marry your own black women. Trust your own people over trusting the enemy. He told you all of this stuff. Now you're agreeing with him. But you still want to trash him. That's the part I don't understand, Dynas. And anybody who listens to Dynas. That's the part that I'm kind of not understanding, because these people they're literally going around the block just to do the same thing this man is doing, and it's taking longer. These people say they want a little state. They want a nation of their own. That's what they're saying. Right. Pay the church fees. But guess what? The thing about this man, he's dealing with people who didn't have no money. In jail, how much money do you have? None. So not only will he get you out of jail, he was in jail. Not only will this man get you out of jail, he will teach you trades, teach you how to sell, help you create money for yourself. So now he's putting money in your pocket. Of course, pay the church fees. Why not? Keep the church around. That's the first lesson of do for self. You have to support your own institutions. See, this is the thing about black people, and it's about other people too, but this is one of the ways that we fall susceptible to. We feel like it's something wrong with the church asking for money. No, we need that church if it's a good one, if it's doing good, and most of them do. Well, I can't say most, but well, yeah, I would say most do more good than bad. Even if the preacher is a bad preacher, let's say the preacher did something bad, like Eddie Long. Let's look at Eddie Long. People say Eddie Long. Eddie Long is a preacher down there in Georgia, and he was convicted. Well, he was accused of having sex with little young boys in his church, which is very bad. But why didn't everybody leave that church right away? Why? See, this is what we don't understand, because, see, this is a structure. The church is bigger than that guy, Eddie Long. Your nation is America, James. And guess what? You could go all over the world, but you know in the back of your mind, you know that passport that you got, there's something supporting you there. Your nation and your government is the U.S. government. You know, that's what it is. But you can go wherever you want to in the world, though. And you can even criticize the U.S. government. You can criticize, because that's your right, because that's what the government was founded on. But I'm going to get into some of that. But like I said, we want to go into a little bit. I'm going to drop this, but I want to actually listen to Dinus for a second. I just want y'all to hear what this man's saying. Oh, actually, you know what? This is what I want to play first. I just want to go into this flag thing real quick. Really quick. I'm going to let everybody up. Hold on. This right here. I don't know what's wrong with this YouTube thing. The leader of the Blackville Club arose last. Dude, this is crazy. What's wrong with YouTube? Night and said when we were on parade today, I really felt so much ashamed. I wished I could turn white. 'Cause all the white folks marched with banners day. Just that to say. Is something wrong with my internet? This is crazy. I don't know why this thing is taking so long. Let me see if I'm going to start it over. Oh. The leader of the Blackville Club arose last Labor night and said when we were. All right, since this thing is interrupting so much, I'm just going to fast forward it to the part that I really want you to hear. So everybody has a flag but the coon. Here. This is crazy. Anyway, guys, like I said, sorry about that. But this is where this Pan-African flag came from with Marcus Garvey here.
And what more Yankees do for the old red, white, and blue?
See, what won't Yankees do for the old red, white, and blue? See, that red, white, and blue flag is not considered the black flag. See, every race has a flag but the coon. This is what was being talked about in Marcus Garvey's time. And let me see something here. I just want, if I'm going to keep having these problems with this internet, this is going to be messy. Let me see if I can put it on here. Dude, this is crazy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to drop this link. Hold on. Hold on. Right. Yeah, the Turkish flag and the NOI flag look alike, but the NOI flag is turned around. It's a waxing moon. It's new, incoming. But I want to show something here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, my internet is actually slowing. Maybe I should do this podcast in a different period of time because guess what? The internet acting up. But see, I want y'all to see that this is the problem with
this. He says no, I'll suggest a flag that ought to win a prize. Just take a flannel shirt and paint it red. Then draw a chicken on it with 2 poker dice for eyes, and have a wave of razors on its head. To make it quaint, you got to paint 4 pots with a pork chop in his teeth to give it tone. A big ham bone. You sketch your part of banjo underneath. And be sure not to skip just a policy slip. Have it marked for 1144.
Yeah, I did have
Dutch, they can't guide us so much. We should.
Yeah, I did have high-speed internet, but this stupid. I think it's this. I think it's because of everybody is on it, and I think it's the capacity in the area. They showed me a little clip thing there, but this is what I really wanted to show. I was just trying to buy some time real quick, though. All right, I put this on with my phone. All right, so this is the Juneteenth flag. So it's the Lone Star State, which is Texas, and then the red, white, and blue. So these black people, they're using this red, white, and blue. You know, they're inspired by it. They don't even understand why these colors were picked, red, white, and blue. They weren't the ones to pick those colors originally. So somebody else picks, they took the Juneteenth, the star, but they used red, black, and green, which was picked by Marcus Garvey. And, you know, you got some black folks who say that's disrespectful. So I kind of had an issue with that. I kind of had an issue with that, guys. And that's kind of what that is. And even my I'm kind of going a little bit. I could see the delay in myself. Freedom, liberty, and justice for all colors. Yeah, it's not that crowded. It's just that the capacity of the internet bandwidth or the backbone lines or something are weak. They need to be reinstalled, or they need to increase capacity around here. Yeah, it's always having something. But you know, the thing is, everybody has issues. You know, we hear about stuff that's going on. Russia is starting to get Ukraine kicking their butt. Maybe they'll get Poland. Let's see if Putin can become the ruler of Poland and all of Eastern Romania. Maybe he can get all the way up there. Take over Albania. You know, get the Kardashians back here and try to fight the bear. We'll see what happens. But let's look at what Dynast was talking about here. Here's Dynast. I don't know if I'll be able to even hear this. We'll see.
Right? A lot of them own property and everything, but they don't even follow sports. They got the Hasidic Jews read the Torah every day. They can't tell you what baseball team is in the city. They can't tell you anything. They don't know anything about.
The white supremacists tried that already, and like I said before, 3 Union and 80. Call to Africa, where you are the majority.
You're not the. All right.
Greetings. I hope all is well. Hope your afternoon is going well. Hope your morning, wherever you're at, I'm hoping you're having a great day. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like.
This is irritating. Let me get this because I need this to go a little faster. This is crap the way he's got it. Oh. All right, there we go.
Where you are the majority. Again, where you are the majority, where you could go and live and be free.
That's not true.
And do whatever you want. Well,
you see, and I'm going to show y'all this screen here. And that's the reason why I was kind of irritated. So here's Dynast. He's over here talking about black folks can go be free in Africa. We can do whatever we want to, yada, yada. That's Dynast. Now, the thing is, it's not true. So I'm going to go a little further.
Within the law, but, you know, again, you have a whole continent called Africa that's technically, because it's Africa, it's already a black ethno-continent. So I'm just shocked that people are still buying into this. We gonna build a nation right here in America. Listen, nobody's gonna give you nothing, okay? Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, whoever, all right, they're not gonna carve out a portion of the country for you. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. And people are still pushing this garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. And again, what makes it garbage and what makes it, it's like you talk, what makes it idiotic is, again, you say you hate the white man. You say you can't stand him.
That's another problem.
You say you want to separate from them. That's what you claim. That's what you claim. But you want to build a nation here next to them. It doesn't make any sense. And then I could tell that people really don't think this stuff.
Now, first of all, Dinus, nobody said we don't have to hate white people. That's his first. That's one mistake that he's dealing with. There's some people that do hate white folks. There's some people in the Nation of Islam that actually hate white people. We don't stop nobody from doing what everybody is an individual. But the point is not to hate someone. The point is to get something of your own. That's the point. And that's right. And that's what he's not seeing. This guy thinks that he's so damn smart that he's got something figured out. And later on, we'll see how dumb it sounds. We'll literally see why what he's talking about is dumb. It's not smarter than what the real solution is, which is to go ahead and make where you already live. We already live here. You see how dumb this sounds? This man here is he's saying that we're stupid because we're saying that we need to control a part of where we already live. You already live in the United States of America. You have a certain unique culture that is different from the Africans' culture. You have a culture that is different from those in Caribbean parts. If you were to take the Black Americans and if they were to go and even 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, there's 50 million of us. Okay, even if half of us went, even if a quarter of us went, it would cause a war in the new place because we have a completely different culture, and those people that's already there would feel that they would have to change who they are, and they would resist that. No, Dinus. And the problem is he really believes that what he's saying makes sense. That is the problem. This is the problem with the Pan-African mentality here, because they've been told something stupid. And he's going to try to say that we don't think it through. But he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This stuff was thought through before he was even born, before his mother was born. Yeah, it's just crazy. But I'm going to let Dinus keep talking some more. But this is the reason why I said what I said. And keep in mind, if y'all want to come up, you can talk about anything. But this is the thing that I was, just touched on with this dude. So I don't want to show the show, but I'm going to keep.
All right, what are you going to do? How are you going to handle utilities? Running water, plumbing, being on the power grid, the electric grid, gas, food, transportation, your own roads. How are you going to handle that and manage that here in America? Infrastructure. You're going to have to build, you're still going to have to depend on the man that you say you hate to provide and facilitate all this for you. Or you're hoping, which is a pipe dream, it's never going to happen, that he's just going to say, hey, you know what? Black man, we are so sorry. So therefore, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, we're just going to give it to you. We're just going to give it to you. It's yours. Sorry. So here goes your own nation. The nation that, we spent hundreds of years establishing and taking over and going to war over, and our ancestors fought and bled and died for. We're now just going to give it to Black people. This portion of the United States of America is yours. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So I just want us to listen to Dynas. Look how dumb he is. What he just said, the Africans would say the same thing to us. Now, the difference here between going to Africa with 30 to 40, 50 million people versus here in America, 30 to 40, 50 million people, is that the country that they so-called fought and bled and died for, these Black Americans fought, bled, and died for the same country too. These Black Americans built much of the infrastructure of that same country. They literally already live here. So it's a totally different mental jump for white folks to say, you know what, Black people, as reparations, just like they did with certain Native American tribes, it was like, okay, this is your area. It's not to say that they can't come in the area, they can't even live in the area sometimes, but it's you run this side. That way you can be the police. That's way you can take care of business there. That's not a pipe dream. And if it is, it's better to smoke that pipe than to smoke the pipe of all of us going to Africa. Number one, first of all, you got to get people to want to go. Then you got to get people who are already there to want you there. Give you enough land. That's stupid, man. You don't have that many years to get that done. You don't have that many years to get that done. We've already went through the process of the reparations. It takes several generations to get that done. That process has already been started long time ago, reparations. So even whites in America are actually, today, they are more prone to actually agreeing and understanding that as a long-term solution to racism versus you all trying to get out of here, go to Africa. First of all, if Black Americans left America, you know how quickly that would bankrupt this country, and it would send this entire country into another civil war, because one of the things that unites the way the economy is structured in America, there always has to be a bottom class. And in order for us to get our reparations, to get our territory, that's the reason why we actually have to get this whole system changed. Because what will happen, one of the main reasons why the white folks who are in the know, they don't want to do this, stopping the Black people from being the bottom classes, because they don't know how else to structure an economy. Yeah. But the thing is, the American BS is pretty much spreading. $200 million whites, and then you got to look at how many whites are they? Because you got Latin people who consider themselves white. You got Middle Eastern people here who consider themselves white. They all put white on the census. You have, what is this? Even Indians, not Native American Indians, but East Indians, they put white on the census. The way this thing is Black America is pushing Black American terminology. But this is the solution here. I'm going to play some of the solution. This is what Dynasts don't want to believe. That's true. I'll play a little bit of it. Let's see. Can we move?
They had to repent and pay Israel reparations. Look at what they said. We ask the Jews of the world to forgive us. We ask the people of Israel to forgive us for the hypocrisy and hostility of official East German policy toward Israel and for the persecution and the degradation of Jewish citizens also after 1945 in our country. We declare our willingness to contribute as much as possible to the healing of mental and physical sufferings of survivors, and to provide just compensation for material losses. Isn't that wonderful? Let's applaud the East Germans. That's a wonderful thing that the East Germans did. Now let's rewrite this a little bit. And let's put it in the hands of America. Wouldn't it be wonderful if America said, we ask the blacks of the world to forgive us? Wouldn't that be something? We ask the black people of America to forgive us for our hypocrisy and the hostility of official United States policy toward black people and for the persecution and the degradation of black people whom we call citizens even after 1863 when we said they were free. And we declare our willingness to contribute as much as possible to the healing of mental and physical suffering of these survivors and to provide just compensation for material losses. Now, let's add up what they owe us. Let's add it up. Let's add it up. You got your computers? Let's start in Africa. According to W.E.B. Du Bois, a conservative estimate of black lives lost in the Middle Passage was from 50 to 100 million black lives. Now, we don't mean to minimize the Jewish Holocaust. 6 million lives is a lot of lives. But are you telling me that 6 million white lives are more valuable than 100 million black lives? I know that's not what you're saying. You can't be saying that. Now, for the Bible says, a life or a life. Well. If 100 million of us lost our lives in the Middle Passage, add it up. What is one black life worth? Add it up. 300 years working from can't see morning to can't see night. for no pay. 300 years working millions of slaves for nothing. Add it up. Add it up. Add up the killing of our fathers and mothers after mating them like animals, then taking the children and naming us after them, stripping us of our language, our God, our religion, our minds. Add it up. Add it up. Think about it. Black folk fought in
I don't know. It's stopping here. I'm sharing it out. This thing is. I'm having internet issues today. I'm gonna have to start doing this in the morning.
Add it up.
That's right.
You brought us into religion, not to make us closer to Jesus, but to turn us inside out in Jesus' name. You know Jesus was no white man. But the Bible said, look at it. The Bible said he had hair like lamb's wool.
Man, my
And
internet.
feet like grass burned in the oven. But you made us white man. In Normandy Beach, in Palermo, in Rome, in Naples, in Sicily, we left our bodies on the streets of Paris, in Belgium. Boy, add it up. We joined the war. They used us in Hawaii.
Dude, this thing is tripping.
In Bataan, in Corregidor, in the Solomon Islands, in Iwo Jima. We lost our lives fighting for America. And after the war was over, America rebuilt Germany. Now the West German economy is the strongest in all Europe. We rebuilt Japan. Now the Japanese are world leaders, but
All right. So anyway, the bottom line is this guy, Tynus, talking about we can't get a part of America when we live here and we built it. That's, to me, that is a longer step than for us who don't know what tribe we are. That DNA mess is not real. It's not really dependable. You don't know what tribe you are, and then you don't know the customs of that tribe. You have a completely different culture. You go over there, you have problems. That's what they tried in Liberia. And Liberia only has like 4 million people. After about, 150 years? the Pan-African thing, it's not big. It's not going to be a big scale thing. We need a solution, permanent, for everybody, and that is for the blacks and whites. Now, the reason why America is so dysfunctional, we have a tribe. You know what a tribe is? Look that up. If we look up the definitions of these words, they're not a lot of times what people, tribe, nation, all that crap. That's families. That is a group of people. It is a lineage. That's all it is. So the tribe, okay, would be us in America. You would be a new tribe. You know, us in America would be what is considered a new tribe because we went through the same similar experience. It would be like a nation. A nation is not always in control of the land that it originated on. Just like they call them tribal nations. You see? Yeah, I don't need to be accepted back. And that's the thing that Dynas needs to understand. They're telling him, they literally tell this man right on this particular conversation that he had that they're not going to accept that. They're not going to accept that. They can't accept you because you're different. Right. And the thing is, so let me see. I'm going to play a little bit more of what Dynas was talking about. And I'm going to play a little bit of the show. Then we'll go to a different subject there because I want to get to something else. But before we get out of here. But I just want to show this. Hold on a second here. Okay. Oh, sharing screen. Dude, I'm sorry about this internet. The internet is so slow today. It won't even play regular, just regular stuff. All right, so let's look and listen more what this man talking about.
Fighting as Union troops. Okay, hold on. The white supremacists tried that already. And like I said before, 3 Union and ADOS ancestors fighting as Union troops sent them to hell for it. Carlos, but what happened? I mean, man, here we go. I mean, but what does ADOS have to show for it? Yeah, you fought for the Union. But what happened when you came home? So when you took off your Union uniforms and your Union boots, what happened? You had Reconstruction, segregation. You weren't even considered human. I mean, it's just this. There you go. This fantasy world we live in. I mean, you talk about fighting in all these wars. Then the minute you stop fighting, you don't have access to America like everybody else. So you died and bled for America, and you're bragging about it, but you still didn't have access to the country that you died and bled for.
Now, Dynas is right about that.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just it doesn't make any sense. No, that's the ADOS talking point, because Tariq is always bringing up. Again, Tariq is always bringing up how Black people have fought in every war.
And we bring up
fought
that
in the Revolutionary War in 1776, and guess what? After the war, our asses got sent to plantations. Like, it's not a win. Like crying, saying you can't stand the white man, but then bragging about how you served in the white man's military. It's not a win. It's not a win. It's not a win. Oh, let me read the super chat. Shout out to D1 Beats for super chat.
All right, so they're giving him some cash, but the thing is, what this man is not understanding here.
At best, I see we can only build small cities, but pseudo stuff is not going to work. You're not going to pseudo your way into so-called building a sovereign nation within a nation. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And that's the problem. Y'all want a pseudo science, pseudo, I'm a Moorish Moor, Choctaw, Cherokee, Native American.
All right, so the thing is with Dynas. So this is, I mean, the thing is, if you see what Dynas is saying, he's actually getting to, we're getting clear two sides of this problem that Black America has. Okay, this is the problem. So there's two sides to this problem. The problem of getting a sovereign nation. Okay, this is what was robbed from the Black American. This is the reason why the whole United States this technically is actually the reason why the entire United States is in such crazy disillusion and crazy logic. The United States is such a crazy place because they had to contort logic. They had to do all sorts of lies, tricks, and underhanded twist of logic and in order of law in order to continue to deny the Black American people what is legally and justly due to them as American citizens or even as descendants of enslaved people. If you don't want to make the Black American an American citizen, complete American citizen, if you don't want to make that person and that group of people a full and complete American citizen with access to all resources, all without hindrance, okay, all and apply the laws equally to the Black American people. If you don't want to do that, then you don't want to give those people who built this country, you don't want to give them a territory that they can run and organize themselves, then what you're doing here is you're creating a problem for yourself because legally you can't survive like that because none of your laws will work. You rob these people of their sovereign nations in wherever you got them from. You rob them of the memory of their history. And, they're trying to figure out what to do. And in trying to figure out what to do to settle their problem, they're creating a bigger problem for the United States government. And because the United States government is one of the most powerful nations in the world, they're creating a problem for the world. And if anybody doesn't see how that works, now Dynas thinks the solution to this problem is for us to get up. You have to James, this is very good. Very good question. Why will you need a territory of your own? You become American, country of the free, home of the brave. Okay. Now, a lot of people would think that. Okay, if there would be Texas, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. It would be Texas. We need more than just Texas, though. We would need, probably Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and we have to have at least eight of those states, which is fair. And keep in mind, it could be a negotiated where it's not like nobody could come to these places or live in these places. It would just be these are the places that Black people run. That's pretty much the main thing. And the solution, there are several solutions here that could be negotiated. But the problem is to ignore this problem, to pretend like this country, which is, well, the thing is, see, all of that would need to be dealt with. But the thing is, we're dealing with the black problem right now. And this is the issue. The so-called people who are designated as Native Americans, and keep in mind, by the way, we do have documented history where there are black-skinned Native Americans, people who were here prior to Columbus. Okay. Yeah. But those so-called natives that we see as natives today, all of them did not look like Sitting Bull. All of them didn't look like the Navajo. A lot of them looked like me. A lot of them looked like, let me show you a picture, like my grandmother. You see, this is a Native American woman. Now, she would be considered a Negro by today's standards. But these people, this is just one small document. But over and over and over and over again, we find documents and we have stories in our families that people told us was lies. But not only do we have the stories in our families, but we also have documents all over this country that a lot of the tribes who were not considered civilized were reclassified as Negro. And they were sent to breeding farms to be bred and enslaved. So we are part of the enslaved. This is another reason why we all just can't go straight back to Africa, because all of our lineage doesn't even come from there. They did not get straight pure Africans, bring them over here, have sex with a few of them, and just make a few white black mulattoes. There were Native American mulattoes mixed in there. This is Elijah Muhammad's wife. You see, she looks similar to this woman. I mean, and I could show you all that kind of stuff. So the point is, we are a brand new group of people. We really belong where we are. Black America, we're here. We already live here. The problem is we're not getting full and complete citizenship. We're called Black America. We've always been called something different. We're not outside of the world, outside of America, they just call you America. But here they're calling you Black America. Whites are called Americans. Okay? That's so-called the typical, American. And this is the problem here. So if this is the way they want to run this country, this is the way they want to run this country. Now, keep in mind, Italian Americans really aren't called Italian Americans. They do it a little bit, but Irish Americans anymore today, they're not called Irish Americans. They do that for themselves so they can keep some of their culture, but, they're just Americans, British Americans. They're just Americans just because your lineage goes to Britain or whatever it went to. So the thing is, since you want to keep us something different, then we have to have a different area in order to start solving our own problems without interference from other groups of people. That's the issue. Because the Black American has a unique situations and problems that no other group of people has the patience to deal with but us. Nobody else has patience to deal. Like, I don't want to really deal with a lot of extra white people problems because, that's their problems. They understand each other. There you go. Let them deal with them. And they probably will do a much better job in dealing with their own problems than me. So, that's kind of what I expect with the white folks. They need to just go ahead and let me see something here. They need to just go ahead and I wanted to show y'all this here. This is like kind of just giving us hold on. What in the hell? They're trying to bulldog you. You can't do anything unless you subscribe. I don't feel like subscribing to this crap. Oh my God, these people are so... Come on, guys. Let me go through. Oh my God, these people. Los Angeles Times won't show you the story. But anyway, there's a story here. I guess you can't get on. Y'all can't see it. But the point is, these people are on the streets. They're homeless. They're getting pregnant. You know, there's no, but the same message for them is different. The message to solve the problem of them being pregnant is different. With black people, they're telling us to abort our babies. But with these people, they're telling, you know, it's okay. Let me see if I can get this done. Hold on a second here. I want to show y'all this here. I think I'll go ahead and subscribe to it then. Let's try this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Like I said, I mean, I'm glad y'all being patient, but I just wanted to show y'all this story here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay for this. This little all right, hold on. All right, so I'm done there. Now, guys, come on. Oh my goodness. Trying to get through here, but hold on. Yeah, it's just like this here. I just wanted everybody to understand this here. You can't, Elijah Muhammad. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play another part of Dinah's show. Hold on. Here it is.
You're correct. So you can't just pick and choose on that. I don't know if that's your position, but don't have like a huge intelligence type thing to where we can find out their backgrounds. You got people in the nation that's either college professors, such as myself. You got people that came from the streets. You got people that all kinds of different walks of life, but trying to try to reach one goal, as you know. Okay, some people try to coin the nation as some kind of like you said, Secret Service, J. Edgar Hoover thing, to where you sending all kinds of things. Man, you got so many mosques around that have different ideologies. You know, I came from the Compton Mosque. We call that the Crack Squad. You know, one of our captains.
It's not to cut you off. It's no longer there, is it?
No, it's still there. Mosque 54 in Compton. It's 54 and 27.
Okay, but there's not a mosque in LA. But I guess Compton is close to LA. So.
Yes, Compton and LA. LA is 27. Compton is 54. And there's other. Yes, there's other mosque in Inland Park or whatever. You know, I'm not active, but my ex-wife was. I mean, is. But the point is that I'm saying is that there's so many people doing things in and out of the nation. You can't just put it all the way to the head and just, because even some people get C time or F time, they get caught, which is, you get put out or whatever. So the thing is that we have a lot of people And, you know, sometimes I was guilty of it as well, to where we say, hey, you know, why is he doing this and how come nobody's doing nothing about it? And the thing is, you know, I'm not sitting there making too many excuses, but I can honestly say that it's not as how can I say, lockstep as you think it is. You know, some people just come in and do whatever, but some people are sitting there trying to, you know, stick with the restrictive laws as well. So you have a mixed bag of things. That's probably why you're not seeing all these results that we keep, you know, talking about, as far as, you know, being separated and being on top of things. Because you still
Let me ask you a question, brother. Maybe you can answer this question.
Hold on.
Let me ask you a
Let me pass it. Hold on. Let me pass it to King Justice, then pass it to Deshaun. Go ahead, King Justice. King Justice, we still can't hear you, brother. We still can't hear you. Yeah, King Justice, we can't hear you. Deshaun, go ahead, Deshaun.
And I probably got 5 more minutes, but I'll stick around.
Yeah, I have to ask you a question.
I wanted to respond to what Art was just said just now. I kind of disagree with what he was saying about how you kind of blame it on the leadership. You do have to blame it on the leadership, because when you understand the structure of the Nation of Islam, it's the...
First off, these people are stupid. Anyway, but let's get to your question. Does the Nation of Islam practice Islam? Yes. You know, like you said, Pan-African, just like with his little thing, this guy paid $2 to say the NOI is a scam. Okay. Ignorance. But Islam, now, in order for you to verify, of course, I'm going to say yes, Nation of Islam does practice Islam. But in order for anybody to verify the answer to that question, you have to verify what Islam is. Now, there are people in so-called Orthodox Islam who would dress the part, coming from Mecca. That's not where Islam originated. That's not where even the word comes from. You see, so, well, a church is just the it's like this. You have a particular theology, but the church, you would call it a building. Okay. But first, the theology has to be put out there. The theology has to be established. Okay. That's what this is. This here. Actually, it's this here. This is what I have my screen on. Right there. The theology of the time. You got to establish the theology, which is the understand how to understand the supreme being, the supreme force in the universe. So the Nation of Islam, we use the Quran, use the Bible, but we also are understanding it in a practical, real manner. We're understanding it and we're harmonizing it with the events of historical occurrence. Okay, that's the Nation of Islam. It is everything but a scam. Your average religion nowadays is a scam. A scam is something telling you that God is in a sky that you will never be able to find. The Nation of Islam tells you God is in you, God is a man. You can prove it or disprove it. Okay, it's true or not. The Nation of Islam, I will tell you that there's a tribe of Shabazz. This is where black people get the kinky hair from. We're the only group of people on the planet with the type of hair curls that we have, the coily, kinky hair. That was 50,000 years ago. Even though either that's true or it's not true. You can use scientific evidence. You can use historical facts, prove it, facts or fiction. The Nation of Islam will tell you that the moon was a part of the planet Earth. We were teaching that back in the 1930s. Either it's true or it's not. Okay. didn't Elijah Muhammad claim to be Allah himself? No. But if you look at it this way, you can say yes. He's not the supreme being, but he told you that Allah is in man. People, human beings, men hold the spirit of God. So in that way, you can say he did claim that, but he is not the supreme being who originated the heavens and the earth. So if you're talking about Allah in that way, no. So this is a teaching that's real. It's scientifically accurate. And because it doesn't feed people lies that makes them feel good, people get mad at these teachings. A lot of people get angry at them. Because the man is just telling you this is how it goes. This is what you need. It's just the truth, period. I mean, we can say playing with words, but what are words? I mean, you got to think what words are. Everybody plays with words. That's how you get things. That's what the lawyer is for. Words are just the thoughts of human beings. It's just in a particular language. You know, if I tell you the word right, yeah, I mean, the thing is, guys, see, the thing is, you can't get the Nation of Islam on, and then is this Jesus, minus the weed blunt. We got, this is why, and James, like I said, you can come up if you want to, because the link is in there. I think the link is out there. But the point is, I wanted to get on this subject because, see, the main point is the solution that Dynas is upset and some of the people that are criticizing Elijah Muhammad, the reason why these people are upset is because they don't have something of their own. And they're trying to figure out how to get it. Let me turn this on. Hold on. Oh, shit. Yeah. They don't have certainty. We're subjugated to a group of people who can change the definitions of words, change the language, and then they can enforce their change. The words Islam. See, the definitions of words that we've been given in English, those same words exist in other languages, and they have a slightly different meanings. And you know that, James, because you're dealing with different languages. But the cognates have a slightly different meaning, a different connotation in every different language. Well, the NOI goes well beyond America. We have the Nation of Islam is in England, Europe. It's in Brazil and South America. It's in Jamaica. We're everywhere. There's people going to China and Indonesia. Actually, there's brothers in Indonesia. We're in Mexico. There's a lot of Mexican Nation of Islam members. You see, it's definitely in Africa. So, and this is the reason why what Dynas is saying is stupid, because we've had a representative in Ghana, Africa, for I believe 30 years. His name is Akbar Muhammad. We're in South Africa. Minister Farrakhan the Nation of Islam started, and well, I'll say it like this. Okay, so we want to get the language exactly right. So what I'm doing here, it's not a play on words, but when people are getting exact language, you need to listen to what they're saying. So the Nation of Islam, okay, on one level is the nation of righteous people on the planet, whether they know it or not. Is the nation, the group of people who are trying to submit their will to do the will of the supreme being God, righteous God. Okay, you can take that or leave it. That's what it is. And I doubt anybody who believes in Islam would argue that God is the righteous God, the good one. Okay, so Islam is submission to the righteous God, is the righteous people. So the Nation of Islam, in that sense, is the total. Now, what we know as the Nation of Islam, the registered members and people that were taught by the Master Farrakhan Muhammad, that started in North America, Detroit, Michigan, my hometown. You know, I remember some of the earliest members, all of that. And the thing is, that's in Detroit, 1930. He started teaching in Detroit, Black Bottom. I mean, there's a lot of footage that's out there. So this is not a joke. This is not something that can be, really argued, because we have video footage, all of the stuff. We have pictures, we have newspaper stories, we have the whole thing, everything, all the records. Okay. So registered membership. Yeah, membership fees. We definitely need that. You got to have that. You definitely have to have that, because this is the world you're living in. You see, and the thing is, this is the reason why good people lose in a world like this. Money is evil. You shouldn't be collecting money. That's right. If you don't pay to establish fortifications, those resources have to come from the people who believe. If your system is not strong enough to defend itself, it's going to be destroyed. So we enjoy paying interest fees, because if you don't pay those fees, what good are you? If you get married and you decide, well, you're my child, you're my wife, I shouldn't have to feed you to prove I love you. Entrance fee to fatherhood. No, you don't have to pay to go in. But the point is, you better come up off of that money, because you're going to make more money if doing the right thing. And it's protecting you. It's creating a culture. It's protecting the community. It allows the community to defend itself. It allows the community to grow. Schools don't pay for themselves. Heat doesn't pay for itself. How you going to be worshiping in a cold mosque? The people would laugh at you. The people would laugh at you. How are you going to worship in a cold church? Oh, God don't want us to take money. That's evil. Really? We don't believe in spook God. We don't believe in magic in the Nation of Islam. If you want a building, you better build it. You got to go out, make some money, and bring that money there to buy the materials, get the skills, build the building. That's God. We don't believe in praying, and then all of a sudden you're going to find a piece of gold on the ground. Oh, God did it. No, that's not what we believe. We don't believe that stuff. We're real people. We believe the world is real. God is real. The devil is real, which is anything that opposes what is righteous, what is harmony, what is uplifting, what is development centered. So that's how that works. Yeah, you can research all of those things. But the thing is, like I said, I'm going to bring it back to the issue with Dynas. The reason why somebody like Dynas is pretty much dumb for disrespecting Elijah Muhammad and the people that are aligning themselves with his ideology here is because they're literally saying they want something that the Nation of Islam already told you to put out. And you got to realize here, the Nation of Islam, as official, the like I said before, that's why I was really accurate with the language before. The Nation of Islam is the people. So that right there, whether they know it or not. So everybody's not registered. But the members of the Nation of Islam who understand that they need to build the community, who understand that they are part of a righteous group of people that's trying to develop something, they're not capitalists like that. They have businesses. They have themselves. We have businesses. Yeah, we want to turn a profit. Some of us are going out of business. Some of us are turning a profit. It's just, we're just people growing, just like normal. It's just like, the Arab guy who opens the store around the corner. Yeah. It's just like the China guy who owns Huawei, the cell phone that you're using. Yep. Just like him, Buddhist. Yeah. It's just like the Sikh. Those Sikhs. Yep. Those same people. They have businesses. They drive trucks. The Catholics, they have businesses. It's the same thing. It's a community. That's what we are. We're a community. But the thing is, people like Dynas, who potentially have the right to be a part of that community, or even he can benefit from the community if he doesn't want to be particularly straight from the community. This is the reason why it takes longer for the objectives to get done. He wants to sit here and complain on people who are trying to solve the problem that he's talking about. Now, this guy here, Pan-African, strikes back, he's never even been to Africa. But he's telling all black people in America that we should go to Africa. That sounds like a scam to me. So, and I'm just putting this stuff out here. This is just me talking. Dynas, and I guess the whole show is going to end up being about Dynas because we don't really have too many people coming up right now. But I think let's see if I can get hold on. Yeah, let me play some more of this here.
Leaders such as people like Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad, who sets the tone or set rules and stuff like that for the rest of the membership to thing. So you can't say that, they're absolved from what members do, because like Kala was saying, what is correct, because they seem to attack more of their own or former members or other black people than the white man himself. So you can't, I just wanted to push back on that a little bit before I make my response, but go ahead.
Oh, that was addressed to me. Well, like I said before, because if you flip it, people got mad at Elijah Muhammad for sitting Malcolm X down for not following the law. So you got to make up your mind. If you got an order that's put out and basically you haven't been disciplined or what have you, then basically that should be on the leadership, correct? So you can't just pick and choose on that. I don't know if that's your position, but again,
no, what I'm talking about is the violence against other black people. That's the issue. What Colin was saying earlier.
Right. As far as violence against black people, whatever, when they get caught, it's very rare. I haven't heard about someone from the mosque that actually shot at somebody or beat up somebody unjustly or whatever, and all of a sudden they steal a loose.
It happened a lot.
If you read
under Farrakhan's leadership, I haven't heard.
If you read a book from
book.
What you call the guy Ali Muhammad was shot by a minister in Seattle, Washington.
No, but
even before,
wait a minute.
Even before Khaled, if you read the work from Carl Evans on Elijah Muhammad's work, they were violence against members of the.
First of all, these dummies are talking to a man who was in the mosque. This man was in the mosque. We don't beat up black people. I've never had to beat up anybody. So they're reading books about something where this man was, we're living it. But see, this is the problem with these type of people. They literally think they know what the hell they're talking about, and they don't. But you can't tell them anything differently. But they got super big mouths, and they make things take longer. They make progress take longer because you're giving a dummy the microphone.
Organization who either left or whatnot. So, and then also continue on the Farrakhan also too. So you can't say that that's not, that is a thing that goes on. They attack their own or other black people.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Excuse me. I'm curious. Did you hear me say that doesn't go on?
Let me ask you a question. This is maybe you could answer this for us today, right? If you have an organization that's
first of all, see, they didn't answer this man's question, then they're gonna answer his question with a question. And it's not true because I can show you pictures in the Christian church of them fighting. I got police officers who are Christians fighting other people. So you won't never see a picture of Muslims or black, especially in the Nation of Islam. Well, you can see the only reason why you'll see us beating up. There is a picture of a group of black Muslims beating up a guy because he pulled a shotgun, on some people in a home that they were protecting. So this man had brought a shotgun. The Muslims had no gun, and they got the gun from him, and they did beat him up. So you can find that. But these guys, this is what pisses me off a little bit about some of these people, but it is what it is. I'm not going to take too much time upon this. I wanted to show this this clip, and then I'm going to end this off. Let's see here. This here. Pregnant and homeless, living in a tent. Meet Mackenzie. So this girl is pregnant. She's homeless. We see her. She's pregnant. It's a white young lady. White man. Pookie. They call it. And he's got I guess that's Tunisia. He's got a red, white, and blue flag with a star and 3 stars and a crescent. Islamic. But he's got all this other stuff on it. So this is Islam. Islam, this is not Islam. He's got a Muslim flag with red, white, and blue and drugs in the system and get women pregnant on the street. So, that's all. Well, the thing is, we didn't even call ourselves black Muslims. We were called that by the white people of this country. So, I don't think so. We were called that. We're just Muslims. We're just Muslims under the Nation of Islam. But I just wanted to show this story. I'm going to show this story real quick. This is in the Los Angeles Times. The daytime bustle on Sunset Boulevard was giving way to nighttime flash. Netflix employees were badging out of the icon, the streaming giant's cantilever glass tower. The tire shop was closing up, and the tenants at the Herald Apartments were climbing the spiral staircases to their rooftop decks. Nearby, Mackenzie Trahan stood outside Denny's restaurant, crying into her phone. A hole in a chain link fence around the restaurant parking lot opened onto a ragged train of tents. Now, I'm going to play this actually, because it's actually, they read it out. But basically, this girl is homeless. Her mama's gave her up for adoption. She's homeless. She gave one of her kids up for adoption already. And I just want you to listen to the way that this story is handled by the media. This is the Los Angeles Times. They're humanizing her. And why are they humanizing this woman? So that she can be helped. But she is really just kind of ghetto. She's literally a typical ghetto American chick. But let's listen.
Hey, what's up? It's Gustavo Arellano, and you're listening to The Times, daily news from the LA Times. It's Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. Today, I'll be passing on the mic to my LA Times colleague, Christina House. She's one of many amazing photographers that we have on staff, but today she brings us into the life of Mackenzie Trahan. She's a young woman in Hollywood who struggled with balancing motherhood and homelessness. Christina photographed Mackenzie starting in 2018 and learned how tough it is to be both pregnant and homeless. Sadly, Mackenzie's story isn't uncommon. There's about 60,000 homeless people in Los Angeles, and homeless young women are nearly 5 times more likely to become pregnant than housed young women. Just a heads up, this episode contains explicit language.
I was taking prenatals. I'm homeless. Okay. I was taking prenatals and I ended up getting everything I had taken, and the prenatals that I had got taken. Oh. So right now I don't have any prenatals, which is something I was hoping I could take care of today.
Back in August of 2018, my team was interested in telling the story of the unique situation of being homeless and pregnant on the streets of Los Angeles. Surprisingly, my colleague Gail Holland, who covers homelessness for the Los Angeles Times, received a call from a woman telling us that her daughter was pregnant and living in a tent above the 101 freeway. And while she was away at court earlier that day, a Caltrans crew came through and swept through her encampment, and she lost everything. Quickly, my colleague Claire Collins, a videographer, and I drove out to a Denny's on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. In the parking lot in the back, we climbed through a chain link fence and walked along a dirt steep embankment above the 101. It was August, it was dusk, and that's where we found Mackenzie Trahan.
You know, my mom always said the person she was scared of me turning into was like a drug addict who left and got tatted up and was on drugs and had babies early, and I became that exact person.
Look at this crap.
Years old. She was tall and lanky with blonde hair.
So my thing is, look at how they're dealing with her. They're dealing with her in a nice way. She's like human. How would they be dealing with mostly black people that's on the streets, even though the black people are minorities in California? And I just want people to think, black folks to think about how we talk about each other. Humanize each other so that we can want to help each other, so that we won't want to destroy each other.
And high cheekbones, and she was 6 months pregnant. Mackenzie was up against many barriers. The first one was looking for housing for her and her unborn child. She knew that she had the best odds of keeping her child if she had a roof over her head. Another barrier was being able to be seen by a doctor.
I haven't seen the doctor because of this whole primary caregiver thing with Medi-Cal. I don't even know what I'm having. I'm due in November.
She found the medical insurance system difficult to navigate, and the clinic was very far from where she was living at the moment.
When I tried to make my appointment, they denied me and told me I had to come here, and this is far from where I'm at.
Plus, she wasn't able to find a job easily. As a convicted felon, for many employers, it's a deal breaker. And then there's also the stigma of homelessness. Those are just a few barriers that Mackenzie had to overcome. Mackenzie's mom, Kat, grew up in rural Louisiana Cajun country.
I remember a few things from my childhood, but really not much.
She was taken from her birth mother and placed in foster care.
I remember being in the white social services car in this back seat and looking up and seeing my mother and grandmother on the courthouse steps just sobbing as they were driving me off. But I was 5.5 years old when I went into foster care.
And Kat, as an adult, struggled herself with poverty. She also lost 2 children to foster care, including Mackenzie.
She was a good mom. Like, I'm not saying she was a good mom, but she just had her own issues, you know? And then, like, I wasn't the greatest kid.
So as you can see, intergenerational trauma has been passed down to the next generation. They spent some time in Florida, and they have fond memories. They're camping and swimming with manatees and fishing. But Mackenzie and Kat were living in Louisiana, and after Hurricane Katrina, they headed west.
I grew up with my mom traveling.
So anyway, typical, you know, that's a typical American hood. That's what you got going on here in America. It's not something special. The only difference is the girl's white. The girl's white, so you should treat her like a human being, not like those black ones. Those black single mothers, homeless, getting knocked up by Pookie and Ray Ray. You know, that's what they're basically telling you. So this is what we got going on nowadays today, guys. Hopefully, thanks, James, for coming through, talking to everybody up. Child Protective Services. But the only reason why this girl and anybody else is really homeless, I truly believe, because America is dysfunctional. You know, America is dysfunctional. They spent years and decades trying to keep social services away from black folks. They literally did. And demonizing black people for accepting social services when they needed it. Now we see that they're normal, good old white folks who are on drugs, just like they were on black folks who are on crack. We see white people on drugs. Now they got a problem with it. So it's like, you're going to have to make up your mind, America. Either you're going to want homeless, broken, you know, so-called trailer trash, you know, white folks out there defecating on the streets. That's one of the reasons why I will not work in San Francisco. Because they crap on the street. They take drugs. They stand in there early in the morning like zombies. These are white folks and some black folks. And then they allow this stuff. This is in America, so-called richest nation on the planet. Money's not worth anything if it's got to be enforced just with military. That's what we got going on. So, you know, America should go ahead and do the reparations thing. I think that would be just a better place. That would just get everybody to a better place. Just do reparations. White America, they can stop lying to themselves and to others. You know, black folks can go over there, solve their own problems. Let's finish it off here. Let's see if we can get it to go.
Black people who helped you win the war. They're homeless in Atlanta, homeless in Chicago, homeless in Detroit, homeless in Boston, in the streets looking for a job, looking for a handout. We helped you win.
Oh, this is not. Maybe it's not the internet. Maybe it's just
Southern Christian Leadership Conference. We had the Black Panthers. We had the Nation of Islam. All of these brothers and sisters fighting for the liberation of black people. But there in Washington, D.C., the government of America started plotting against our leaders.
they plotted against the leadership.
And we lost Whitney Young off the coast of Africa under suspicious circumstances. We lost Medgar Evers.
Money, money, money. You know, one of the things is having money, it doesn't make you evil. And you got to have a little money in order to move and do things. Yeah. That's a good notice. He wants you to notice them. You should check it out. I'll show this one. Let's see if this is like really bad. I don't know if this is going to even work at all. I can't even show that. I thought that was working good. It's not. Let's end up.
If it's beside Allah, we don't want nothing.
See if, that's the minister now. So let's see if he's teaching Islam.
That is besides him.
Oh, that's my internet.
So when they...
All right, so we're going to stop playing that because it's not playing good, guys. Anyway, appreciate you coming up. Appreciate you for coming through. Signing off. And I'm going to end off like this. Black America is already a nation. Keep in mind, the United Nations, the current army, all that stuff that you're talking about, your definitions of nations today, those things, nation, the word nation has been around in the cognates of that word. It's been around for thousands of years. Nation, tribes, First Nations, First Tribes. It's a group of people. Black America is a unique group of people. We went through a unique conditioning process, and we have a unique outlook on the world. So, we are a community. We do require certain respect as a group of people. And until we get the type of respect that a normal community should have, we're going to make trouble for that entity who we believe is trying to prevent us from accessing what we deserve, which is self-control and self-autonomy. And that's why you see the trouble in America today. That's the problem. That's it. So I think I'll end off with that. And the way to fix that is not everybody running to Africa. That's just causing a problem that's not even doesn't exist right now. That's just causing a new problem. It's nothing that we need to really do. We can go ahead and solve this eventually. We will take over the part of the nation that we can run best, and eventually we'll get to a solution. But until then, we'll just continue to talk about that, and I guess we'll continue to make problems. That's how the world works. Peace out.